My name's Matt, and I've spent my life devoted to mastering card games. Mainstream or obscure, there was no time commitment or expense too great. But most Magic players can't afford to do what I did. Because of this, I have been given a challenge. New arena account, no spending allowed, and a limited amount of playtime. Can I be competitive without spending a dime? This is Freeplayer. Feeling good from the Artisan Challenge, I decided to take that deck into ranked play, and it actually does pretty well at first. When you're on a hot streak, sometimes you can forget how quickly you can push through ranked. I spend the next couple days streaking through gold, getting all the way to gold 2 before finally hitting a wall. Then, I make some changes. I tweak the back for more decks some more, adding in a few more heavy hitters to resurrect and losing some of the more useless cards. After all, who needs temporary reach when you can resurrect a Thorn Mammoth and kill 2 flyers with one spell? Once the Artisan deck starts losing, I switch over to this deck to make up for some of the drop. Tuesday awards us with 400 gems in store, and we grind up to Platinum on Wednesday. On Thursday, some news hits the scene. An arena player apparently ran some simulations to calculate how the MMR really worked on the platform. I've brought this up in the past, but this is probably a good time to go over it more thoroughly. MMR stands for Matchmaking Rating, which is a number that gauges how good you are despite your ranking and attempts to pair you with people of similar skill. Almost every game with a competitive ladder has this system in some way or another, from League of Legends to real-life chess, and with good reason. I want you to take a minute and think of something you love that you're bad at. Thought of anything yet? I think a lot of people would have trouble with doing this. You might think, oh well, I used to be bad at it, but I got good at it because I started doing it all the time. Or, I'm bad at this thing that I do, but I wouldn't say I love it, but it's something I do to fill the time. If you find yourself feeling this way, it isn't your fault. This is the way the human brain is hardwired. We associate performance in a thing with enjoyment of said thing, whether we want to or not. We could talk about how this affects our memories and our playstyles, our personalities, but this is the main reason MMR exists. People talk about bad beat stories, but if you logged into Arena every day, spent 2 hours straight losing, and then logged off for 10 days in a row, probably wouldn't play anymore. You need to feel like you have some talent in the game you are playing, and the MMR facilitates that. It pairs you against people that it thinks you will have good games with. Remembering what I said a few weeks ago, you can game this system simply by conceding a bunch of matches in a place where MMR is. The game doesn't keep track of why you lost, only that you lost, and it adjusts your MMR accordingly. So according to this article, me being in Plat 4 right now, I could concede 100 matches in a row. I won't lose any ladder standing, because I'm already at Plat 4. But my MMR will go down. Then the system would pair me up against other Platinum players that are basically scrubs. Well, scrubs comparatively. And I could coast a diamond. Then, if for some reason my MMR got too high, I could do it again at diamond, all the way to mythic. This isn't something I would do, but I don't consider it a problem personally. I've mentioned before that, except for a little bit of prizing, rank doesn't mean anything. And if you need to do this to feel better about yourself or get that fabled mythic rank, go ahead. It's not going to change how you do at the Mythic Championship. But it did push me to a revelation. Something close to what we talked about at the end of the week last week. I should be more concerned about having fun than prizing. I mean, I have a goal and I want to reach that goal, but I can't keep putting my fun on the back burner. I'm probably going to have to learn this lesson again in the upcoming weeks, months, years. But for now, I have a plan. When I start to lose in ranked play, I start to switch over to play queue with a different deck. And when I start losing in play queue, I do the same thing, only over to ranked. That way, I'm flipping up my playstyle a little bit, having fun with different things, and still pushing toward my 4 wins. I also decide that if I'm not feeling it, I'm just not gonna play. I got my 4 wins in under 20 minutes on Thursday, and so I turned it off and I went outside. The quest that I had could wait until the next day. And that next day was Friday Night Magic. Omniscience Limited. Omniscience is a card that lets you cast spells for free, so Omniscience Limited is pretty self-explanatory. This event is played with one deck that they give you. It has no lands, and you can cast everything in it for free. This format only starts with 3 cards in the opening hand to minimize first turn blowouts. If you want to use an activated ability, they give you an emblem that you can use for 1 of each mana. You can only cast 1 spell each turn. This format is the reason I got my wins so fast on Thursday. It has a huge potential for blowout, either one direction or the other, so games tend to go fairly fast. I spent a little more time on Friday getting a few more wins and helping round out our collection a little further. Hopefully next week will bring us more things to do that we really enjoy, including Historic Anthology 5 and a chance to build in the format we really want to play in.